Hello everyone, and welcome to another Dark Souls 3 invasion build video. Got something a little bit different for you today. Something a little bit more on the light side. This is a culmination of a couple of ideas I've had swirling around my brain for a little while. I wanted to do an area-specific lore build for the Dragon Ruins here in Dark Souls 3. I forget what the actual name of it is now. Is it Dragon Ruins? Dragon Temple? Dragon something or other. Anyway, yes. Because this game doesn't have a Dragon Covenant like 2 or 3 does, I thought I would make one. Not one of those, you know, wussy, silly player control covenants like the Bloodshades. I'm not interested in doing anything like that. Just my own little personal project. Sort of being the Drake Blood Knight. I mean, you got the Mendicants summoning in these Drake Bloods and Havel, odd weirdly enough, to come and fight people. And I wanted to be a part of that. Fuck it. And I wanted to give... well, alright, I don't want to give too much away first of all. Let's just talk about the build. So yes, Dragon Covenant related build. Also, I wanted to try out doing a Vigor Gouge build. I did a video a little while ago. A little while ago? It was about a week ago. I can't fucking remember. When we talked about Vigor and, you know, how useful Vigor is and how you should be investing in your Vigor and all that jazz. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It's got graphs in it. If you like graphs and tables of numbers, you'll fucking dig that shit. Dig that shit like a shallow grave. So, yeah. I wanted to try a Vigor Gouge build. I mean, I was still level 80, where having the hard cap Vigor actually may mean something. So, well, I'll show you what I've got at the moment. So, obviously we're doing pretty much almost straight up Drake Blood cosplay. So I've got the Drake Blood Greatsword, Spiritual Crest Shield, and all their armour. I was running with just this for a while, the Drake Blood Greatsword and the Crest Shield. But then when it came to fighting, you know, actual players who knew what the fuck they were doing, you know, the Greatsword is great, hence the name. Otherwise it would be called the fucking piss poor average sword. So when I came up against players that knew what they were doing, I had to have some backup weapons as well. So I've got a partisan for pokes. I've been told that everything about this weapon is fucking god tier, and I'm inclined to agree with them. It's really fun for dueling, and it doesn't look like complete garbage, and kind of suits the build actually. I think, yeah, looks quite good. And then of course, because Mokalat is an absolute asshole, and has destroyed my invader life forever, I've got the offhand axe, because I've got to a point in my life now where I cannot invade or fight anyone without it. You got a lot to answer for, you motherfucker. I can't play the game without this poxy hand axe. So I'm nicknaming it the Tryhard Tickler. So whenever you come up against some tryhard guys who like to reaction roll everything and play passive, you bring out the Tryhard Tickler and you give them a little tickle, a little sort of woohoo, and they don't know what the fuck to do. And then you smack them with the Greatsword and do shit tons of damage, and it's hilarious to watch them fucking flail around. So yes, we got that. The rings, we got FAP, Prisoner's Chain. I've got Life Ring on at the moment. I haven't gotten off my arse to bother to go get Life Ring +3. That would complete the build. It's on my to-do list, right? So don't fucking just get off my back about it, all right? I'll probably end up doing a dried finger run with this build sometime in the future, so we can go into New Game +2 to go and get that ring. And the Untrue Dart Ring, this is something that, back in the halcyon days of yore, my carefree days of my invader youth, where I didn't care so much about losing, and I wasn't a salty try-hard mess, I always used to use the Untrue Dart Ring, because, you know, it's the fashion ring. Everyone used it. Saint Riot used it. Why the fuck wouldn't I use it? And it took me a long time to... you know, gradual salt build up meant like, oh fuck, I'm not sacrificing a ring slot for that fucking fashion ring. I need something that's going to be actually useful to help me survive. So I haven't used the fashion ring in a very long time. This is the first time in probably like a year and a half that I've actually used this poxy thing, because I want to look the part, you know. I'm a Drake Blood Knight. I can't be having all that stupid red aura. Like, I've even named my character something appropriate. Drake Blood Harver. You know, getting invaded by someone like that. Fucking sweet, eh? Be part of the level. Be part of the level. Be one with the level. So let me do the stats. Like I said, Vigor Gouge build, so 50, which is the hard cap for Vigor. Once I get the life ring +3, then that'll be basically the maximum health you would ever achieve, as sort of in all reasonable sense, as an invader. And I tell you what, it works out quite well. There's a lot of stuff that you would, a lot of blenders and combos and stuff that you would normally die to if you had, like, say, 35 or, you know, around that area of Vigor, that you'll survive with 50. It's fantastic. Really enjoying it. Burn 3 resters like a motherfucker though. Base achievement for the warrior starting class: 30 endurance, 36 vitality, which means I can have all these weapons and this heavy armor without having to sacrifice a ring slot for Havels, which is a godsend. And I went with a raw build because the Drake Blood Greatsword has triple split damage. Raw works quite well with it, like the Dragon Slayer axe. It works well raw because then you buff it with the resonance, either magic or lightning, and your AR will bump up significantly. And because you've added extra lightning on magic, you'll actually start to get through defenses, and you'll do a surprising amount of damage. It's very, very usable, very, very usable. There hasn't been an occasion where I've been fighting someone and my damage has been so shitty or low that it hasn't been useful. It's perfectly fucking viable, and being able to dump all my stats into Vigor and have fucking massive health pool unembedded. I mean, look at that. That's brilliant. That is. It's fucking excellent. Do it. 50 Vigor. It's new meta. So yeah, it's 18 strength and 16 dexterity. I mean, what you could do, if you wanted to be, I mean, you could take some of the points out of Vigor, put them into Faith, slap a little lightning blade on it. It'd be a lot better than the lightning pine resonance, do a lot more damage. But then that would defeat the point of the build. And I wanted to try this Vigor Gouge stuff. So this isn't the only part of the build. So if I'm fighting people and I'm dominating them, or I've just killed a couple of phantoms and I'm just fighting the host, what I will try and remember to do is to complete the cosplay. I'll take off all the armor, and then we'll go Dragon form. Get to be the sweet meth goat cosplay. And you get extra cool points if you kill people whilst in meth goat cosplay. It's not I'm not doing it for viability reasons or because it's good or anything. It's you lose all your absorption, and in fact you've got -4 because of the fucking prison's chain, and you get -20 lightning, and because everyone uses fucking lightning blade or lightning bundles or lightning resins or whatever, you take shit tons of damage. But it's fun. It's fun as fuck. It completes the cosplay, and you get this proper sense of achievement when you kill someone in dragon form. And I quite enjoy the stones. You get the Dragon Torso Stone, which does the raw, buffs your damage by a fair old amount. I think about 40 AR you get from that, only for a short time. And you get the Dragon Headstone, which is basically Fire Surge but really, really slow startup. So there'll be an invasion I'll show you where you can make this work. This works like a kick. The raw works like a kick, so you can break people's guards, get the riposte, and wake up with the Dragon Headstone and catch them as they try and roll away. Yeah, I've got it to work once, precisely fucking once, but it's glorious. It's bloody glorious. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the invasions. Something a little bit different, a little more light-hearted and fun. I've been having an absolute blast with this. I suggest you give it a go, guys. Come on, we know we give our characters cool names and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're still the same invader, try-hard guys. Let's do lore characters. Yeah, area-specific lore characters. Yeah, fucking. We're at that point of the game's life cycle now where we can do this without, fear of getting our shit pushed back in. Right, enjoy the invasions, guys. Sorry, I'm rambling. I've had a few lagers. So, as a member of the Dragon Covenant, one of your main duties will be to bully solo hosts with the other Drakeblood Knights. This is hilarious fun to do. I don't feel guilty about this whatsoever, ganking with the Drakeblood Knight, because it looks so cool. And look at if you could see his face behind that little onion helmet, I imagine it would be a look of awe and horror, absolute horror, having two of these bastards come and fucking wildly swing at you. It's good fun, ganging up with the Drakeblood Knight and smashing down on some poor solo newbie is always good fun. I'm just trying to imitate the wild swinging and random attacks of the NPC. Man, I haven't had this much fun sort of invading, sort of on my own, for a very long time. It's been a good laugh. And you get to swing wildly for a moment, and then he dies, and then you edge walk away. So yeah, there was quite a lot of invasions where I found the host. Quite a lot of solo hosts actually. I only found a few sort of big teams. It was, yeah, quite a lot of solo hosts. There, I found a lot of them fighting the Drake Blood Knight or even Havel. When you catch someone fighting Havel and they don't really know what they're doing, then it's pretty much a death sentence. You don't even have to fucking do anything. Havel will take care of it for you because he's the fucking man. But even fighting the Drake Blood Knight, when you're not that experienced, can be a pain in the arse because he can do a fuck ton of damage. And having two of us swinging like a motherfucker could be even worse. Yeah, stop letting me heal up. I'm having too much fun to sort of go balls to the wall on these solo newbies. I'll let them heal. I'm not going to chase them down mercilessly. I'll have my fun with them. It's weird, thinking about it, I haven't used the shield for so bloody long. Most of my... just block him and get him to roll off. So fucking cruel. Oh, I haven't used the shield on a build for a very long time. At least not a medium shield. I mean, I've used like the Iron Round shield and some of my lower level characters. But using medium shields is almost completely foreign to me now. I never use it. It's been good fun. Look at that lucky parry. This guy does a lot of... When a newbie or someone with less experience will get a parry, you know, by luck or good judgment and stuff, they'll assume, oh yeah, let's carry on with that. I got that one parry, even though I didn't take the riposte, and now I'm going to go for the non-stop. It's a bad habit that I see a lot of players fall into. They'll get like a critical strike and they'll think that they can replicate that because it worked for them once. Never ends up working out. But yeah, I haven't used a... So like I say, I was going off a random tangent then. I haven't used a medium shield in a very long time. Like, I've seen people asking like Saint Riot comment sections because he uses like the Lost 3 Night shield a lot. Like, oh, well, teach us how to parry with the medium shield. It's basically... It's like parrying with a small shield, except you'll fail more, which is exactly what I found. And you need quite a good connection to get even like setup parries on some of the slower weapons, like axes or katanas or something, which is quite unfortunate. But it's completely doable. If you got a good connection with someone, you'll be able to get them just as reliably as you would with a small shield, as long as your timing is halfway decent. Yeah, man, the Dragon Torso Stone, really good fun. The only gripe I have about it is that it takes up so much stamina. It takes 2 uses in succession will blow all your stamina bar, which is really unfortunate. But it acts like a kick, and I don't know what the stamina damage is like compared to a kick, but I'm willing to guess that it's a hell of a lot more, given the sort of how reliably you can guard break people. So I'm guessing it's like a kick, but with the horsehoof ring, which is quite nice. So you can get some nice guard breaks against turtles. Would like to see how it fares against the Black Knight shield. I haven't been able to do that, or had the hindsight to try that out. I said these guys I come up against a couple of times. Bless them, trying to co-op. And that that narrow area where the spawn is an absolute death trap. And there's more, even if it's just 1v1, it can be a fucking death trap. If see the god just runs off, leaves his fat rolling host to the mercy of the invader. Like, Jesus Christ, like not even 5 seconds and he got absolutely annihilated. Yeah, so that small bonfire room can be an absolute death trap. Even if you're 1v1ing someone, if they've got like a quick weapon or a large weapon or anything, and if you lock on and roll in the wrong direction, you're off the bridge, or the camera works weird, and you just end up getting smacked about. And I've had so many deaths where I've baited and gone into that room with the host and got absolutely shit on for the pleasure. So if someone's trying to bait you into that bonfire room, don't go in there. Wait for them to come out. You see the damage you're getting out of the greatsword, bloody good, bloody fucking good. Like, it's not like meme tier level damage, absolutely not. I mean, you're doing triple split damage, but perfectly fucking serviceable, perfectly serviceable. It's all you can ask for, and that's what I tell my girlfriend every time we have sex. It's perfectly serviceable. It's not great, it's serviceable. Don't tell her I said that. Deary me. So this guy obviously knew what he was doing. He wasn't afraid of the invader, and he using Dark Blade on the Crucifix of the Mad King. And as the more astute of you will have known by now, I cannot stand that combination. I'm very shitty at fighting glaives and halberds at the best of times, and fighting that thing with its meme tier level damage, it's like, it's so annoying. I hate it. So every chance I get, I will debuff the shit out of that. And so you can still reliably go for the setup parry on it, which is quite nice, because I think he and I had quite a decent connection. Because this is all the sort of Mad King players like to do, is just R1 into weapon art, spam the weapon art, and do fuck ton loads of damage if it's got Dark Blade on it. And it's just a pain in the arse. It's like the Split Leaf with its stupid bloody wombo combo. It's just a pain in the arse to fight. Because you know, you fuck up once and you're going to lose 3/4 of your health. See, this guy knew. He saw. He understood not to panic roll. However, if you delay your R1 just long enough, I didn't go for the roll catch, the predictive roll catch immediately. I waited for him to roll to get the reactive roll catch with the greatsword. And that's hilarious. You push the shield in their face as they're waking up, and they're anticipating the panic the panic roll catch, and you don't do it, and then they'll panic roll because they're like, oh shit, when the fuck is the attack coming? I better roll now, and then you can roll catch them to bugger it. It's hilarious. That's a good thing about this setup, especially with the hand axe. They're both roll catch machines, and you can do a significant amount of damage with the greatsword, and still get that good fucking roll catch chain going. Yeah, dragon form. Get all those cool points. I predict in the next month, everyone will be using, all invaders will be using dragon form. It will be the new meta. One day I will predict the new meta. I did a stream a while back, and I was using the butcher knife, and I was trying to make the R2 something decent. You see there, he broke his guard with the dragon roll. Really bloody good. Didn't have the hindsight to breathe fire over him there. GG. Yeah, I was trying to make the butcher's knife R2 really good, but it's so shit. I want to make something good. I want to discover something good about this game that everyone's going to start using. Oh, so this was a pain. This is one of those real pain in the arse fights where we just sort of have. There's enough lag that it's frustrating, and there's just a lot of back and forth, smacking each other with greatswords, bleeding out of each other's esters, and it's just sort of one of those real tedious fights. There, see, that was, I thought, should have been a setup parry, and may well have been on a smaller shield, but pain in the arse. We both do fuck tons of damage to each other, and there's just enough lag for it to be annoying. I'm not going to force you to watch this entire exchange, because we chug through most of our esters before things actually start to get interesting. So yes, after a while, I'm sort of getting impatient. I'm like, right, this is actually kind of boring. Just having this little back and forth in this little narrow area. And at this point I'd put the partisan on the build because I'd come up against some runners that I wanted a decent chase down weapon for. The greatsword is good, but you can't chase people down with that weapon. Or it's difficult to space people out, or at least it's not as easy as it is with the spear. So he's sick of fighting me as well, so he's summoning a phantom. I don't know whether it's one of his little mates, his little boyfriend, but that's fine because I was kind of bored of fighting this guy on his own anyway. And I think I realised at this point that he's out of Estus as well. I don't think I did all that much damage to him. I just get the feeling that he'd either lost all his Estus fighting the Drake Blood Knight outside, or he has most of his Estus stocked as Ashen, which is absolutely bizarre. I've not seen that. People only normally carry 1 or 2 Ashen flasks on them. He must have had a fair fucking amount. You see, I'm out of Estus as well at this point, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And then it hits me. We've got to go Dragon Form, boys. This is how we win. It's do or die right here. Meth Goat will come to save the day. Raw. Run out before I get hit with a greatsword. And another good thing about even if you don't get the guard break, you'll stagger them, and that will often force a panic roll out of them as they try and get away out of the stagger, and then you can roll catch with either the greatsword or the hand axe. That's another good thing about that stone. And again, the phantoms just run off to go and deal with the PvE, and I'm left with the host. Out comes the hand axe. Not fucking around anymore. I need this guy dead. You can see just the lag is just enough to be fucking annoying. And the host and the phantom, too late. Just in time to see me fucking whomp the guy. And he gets dragon roared. I want to try using the sparkling stones actually. I think they're, I don't know how it's possible, but I think they're actually worse than the regular the dragon stones, because the wind up is so much longer. But we'll give it a go another time, and I'll see if I can make a video out of it. This guy was just the biggest cunt. Like, passive straight sword and Black Knight shield, and he took passivity to a whole new bloody level. Let's just watch this. It's like a marathon around this area. And I'm so glad I put the bloody spear on this build, because it's like, you have a meta setup. Fucking fight me. I'm guessing he was scared of the other Drake Blood Knight that was lurking around, but I don't get it. This frustrated the hell out of me. He was running around like a bloody bellend. Oh, yeah, give me a little R1. It's one of the reasons I've put these additional weapons on the build, because some people you just can't deal with the greatsword alone. I don't know why the hell he's two. What do you hope to achieve from two-handing and blocking? What do you think will happen? Not much. In all honesty, real talk for a second here. Straight sword turtles, it's not the build you see the most nowadays. The build I've been encountering the most, at least invasion based, either being invaded or invading others, is greatsword one-handed with parashield, like the Wellinall Iron Round. That is such a common build to come across, either the Flamberge or the Claymore, like Dark Infused or something with the parashield, and it's like, is that the new meta now? At least the new invasion meta. You see people, because I'm guessing that when you whiff the greatsword R1, that's a really good parry bait, because it sort of has this it's really wide swing arc, and it has a deceptively short recovery period where people go in to try and space you, but you're automatically you're there parrying them whilst they're trying to space you. I'm presuming that's the reason. So outside of the arena, I rarely see this kind of build anymore. This passive straight sword stuff. Just look at it, just fucking backpedal, man. And you've seen I've got the partisan and the partisan and the hand axe fire. See, I break cosplay here, just shit all over him. I was stuck. That guy really pissed me off. Yeah, I got the partisan and the hand axe fire infused. The only reason I chose fire is because I only had one deep gem, and I can't be bothered to go and look for another one. So I would normally go deep, no pun intended, because the dark damage is maybe marginally better at this level, maybe. But the fire infusion does perfectly serviceable damage. Just sort of stands there in my own. And you know what? Serviceable damage is all I want. Obviously, Gold wasn't paying attention. He was put off by the untrue Dart Ring wearing invader strolling past him. Just trying to play it cautiously here. You see all those ultra greatswords swinging around. It's one of the... If you overcommit once against this kind of setup, here you go, 2 ultras and a straight sword. You overcommit once and you're dead. And if you're wielding something sort of reasonably slow yourself, then that can be fucking death wishes. You won't be able to get in and out between their swings. Look at that! 50 Vigor saved my ass there. Do it, people. Try out the 50 Vigor. You'll love it. So this area I'm dragging them back into now is absolute god tier level backup. This horde of snakes that come crawling out the fucking walls, and the big one at the back, is formidable even for a team. And this guy, fucking brain genius, super wannabe Albert Einstein, just wanders off. I want to go fight the big snake one-on-one, and I'll survive, totally, yeah, come on Steve, yeah, let's do it. Fucking moron. So I'm like, okay, if he wants to go fight Big Snake Man, I will sit here and defend small snake dudes. This guy's doing the host is actually doing a full Grey Rat cosplay. Well, not full Grey Rat cosplay because he's using a straight sword, but close enough. I'll give him props for that. Yep, Phantom's dead. Big Snake dude, don't play around. Yeah, like, even the small snake guys can be a pain in the ass to fight on your own, or even with another Phantom, because they're the ones with the 2 daggers move really, really fucking fast. They can take off like most of your health in like one combo. Straight to the partisan, chase down, book, get poked, son. And now you see that the host has popped a seed. Cleverly enough, you know, fighting that big snake guy. You know, it'd be pretty formidable for me to fight him. But I've played this game enough that I know this guy's attacks and I can reaction roll everything he does. Unfortunately, the host isn't paying attention. Wop 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 wop. GG host. That was hilarious.
And engage in jolly cooperation.
Now, I was mentioning before how the snakes are god tier backup. Havel is 1 tier beyond that. If Havel gets summoned, that he is the best backup any invader could hope for. I don't know if he can hit you. I'm pretty sure he can't hit you. And he does fuck tons of damage. He has shit tons of HP, and he's got this massive shield that can absorb pretty much any bit of damage that they can throw at him. So he is just astronomically the best backup an invader could ask for. And when I saw him, I was like, yes, fucking finally, get to fight alongside Havel. So this white guy, actually, I encountered him a couple of times invading in this area. He was pretty chill guy. I mean, he was a bit liberal with his parries, but he seemed to know what he seemed to know what was up. Yeah, and I encountered him a couple of times, and he was leaving his white sign outside of the bonfire. And after the few fights I had with him, I summoned him, gave him a bunch of shit, and left. Well, let him, and I killed myself. It was yeah. I felt the need to reward him for his efforts. He was a good chap. And the police get summoned. But Havel don't give no fucks. Oh, it's just so glorious. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a player use Freed Scythe and not spam the weapon art constantly at me. Well, he probably should have done. He might have survived a little bit longer. Oh. Havel with the clutch fucking kill with the white. What a bro. Havel the Rock ain't dead. He just went home. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed these invasions. I've really enjoyed doing them. This guy's trying to fucking fish me. Really shit fisher. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these invasions. I've really enjoyed doing them, and I'm going to be doing stuff more like this from now on. I think I'm going to go back over some of my old builds and make more level appropriate characters that will fit in with the enemies in the level. Because this was great fun. I felt like I didn't have to try that hard, if you know what I mean. It's just a hell of a lot more fun than trying to be like super try hard optimized build. So I suggest you give it a go. Give it a go, guys. I'd love to see some videos on how other people would play this.